A ruse, they said. I'll say it again, a ruse, which also means cheating, deception. Hi, I'm Justin, coming to you today from my backyard, and I just got done screening the Netflix documentary on the Varsity Blues scandal that I participated in that will air next Tuesday. Got done watching it, and in that, I hope I'm not saying too much because I signed this NDA with Netflix and I don't need for them to come and take me down. I got a lot going on. Okay, I'm busy. But something specifically that was said in this documentary was a ruse. Essentially, an FBI agent informing and telling Rick Singer, the mastermind of this scheme, that they were going to create a ruse when he called parents embroiled in this case to get them to indict themselves and get themselves in trouble. So here's the takeaway and message for all of you. First, I'm not apologizing for the parents in this case. Yes, our company has worked with many of them, so I'm probably a little conflicted. I know them to be good, wonderful people. Many of them have become very close friends. So I'm not excusing their conduct. They were held accountable. They were punished. They lost their liberty. They're convicted felons. They've endured. They've paid a price in a number of ways. The reason I want to film this video is literally, the documentary just ended and I want to come back and do this, was this idea of ruse. Because so many people say to me, Justin, won't the government see me as a good guy? Won't they see that I didn't have bad intentions? Won't they see that I began my career with intentions to do good thing, not to fraud? Those are all normal and good things to say. And the answer is no, absolutely not. Not only does the government have manpower that we can never match, which is why I still think it's ironic that the press brands me as a pricey consultant who helps the rich people get out of prison. Regardless of the resources that a defendant may have, it would never match the resources of the government or the manpower of the government, ever. What troubled me when I heard that FBI agent in this film acknowledge this ruse, try to put myself in the shoes of our clients, of defendants. If you lied to the government, you'd get charged with obstruction of justice. If you did it under oath, you'd be charged with perjury. So not only is the manpower unmatchable, do they have resources, even if you were a billionaire, they could run out the clock. Okay. But they encourage cooperating witnesses to cheat and lie. And in the Varsity Blues case, of which of course our company is very involved, they encourage Rick Singer to call parents in the case to say that his foundation was under audit. And they had to come up with a story on what these parents were going to say they did with the donations. The whole thing was made up. His foundation was not under audit. Now, many of you on the other side, I understand, would say, well, these people did wrong and they deserve to be held accountable, and that's the price that had to be paid, and the government's out for justice, and if they have to do it under the guy, I understand it. Just in watching it, it reminds me that oftentimes it's not justice. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think we throw people in prison. Sometimes, let me think about that for a moment. We send too many people to prison. We sent too many first-time, nonviolent offenders to prison. Too many cases should be handled civilly, as is, in my opinion, so many of these parents here. What was the point of sending someone to prison for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 months? Certainly I'm jaded, I suppose. I'm a consultant. They're my friends. I want them to do well. So as I wrap up this video in my backyard after watching this Netflix documentary that will air next week, I want to convey to all of you, it's not fair some of the time. It's not just all of the time. And they can act one way and act with impunity, with no consequence, and you're held to a different standard, even though you can never match their manpower. What's the takeaway for this? So if you're watching these videos, there should be a takeaway for all of you. Understand the stakeholders, understand the agenda, understand what it is they're hoping to do. When I was a stockbroker right out of USC, my job was to raise money and trade, generate commissions and make money for my clients. When I was a real estate agent for 3 years before I went to prison, my job was to list homes and sell them and make money, help our clients. Well, what's the agenda? What's the agenda of a prosecutor? It's simple. They're out to catch cases, to put people in prison, in some cases create ruses by encouraging cooperating witnesses to lie. Why? Well, they want to advance their career. Okay. Someday that U.S. attorney is going to be a defense attorney. How many of you are enamored when you hire a lawyer, and I'm not bashing all lawyers here, we work with phenomenal lawyers. Our team's creating a very boutique lawyer directory that's going to feature just a few lawyers in every district. Work with incredible lawyers, from Quinn Emanuel to Latham Watkins to Alan Eisner to Mark Worksman, to lawyers that you may never know or hear. We work with great lawyers across the country, but some of them still, in my opinion, think like a prosecutor. So the next time you're enamored that your lawyer is a former U.S. attorney, I'd like you to consider and wonder if they engaged in a ruse in order to get a cooperating witness to do what it is they'd like to do, which is to catch more cases. So I thought it was a very good documentary. I thought it was well done. I was happy to have contributed to it. I wanted to memorialize this experience and remind you, understand the stakeholders, understand their agenda. Only then can you mitigate. Only then can you work to improve what is a very difficult and tough situation. That's how I'll wrap up. I'm going to go in and have dinner with my family. We just crossed over 5,500 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you for allowing our team to help guide and prepare you for this wretched, sickening experience. And with proper preparations, you can emerge from it better and stronger than so many people who continue to struggle before, during, and unfortunately, after prison. Thank you again. Bye-bye.